Hello everyone, and just I am again back with a new topic, that is how to measure the distance between the 2 points on any 2D plane. Okay, so before entering the topic, let us discuss something. Okay, first is, how do you calculate the distance from your home to your school? We all travel from one place to another place. So how do we calculate the distance between the two places? Do you use the measuring tape to calculate the distance between 2 points? Do you ever use measuring tape? Obviously, no. Why? Because measuring tape is used to measure the length or distance between any two objects which are very nearer to each other. It will only just measure some limited amount of distance only. Let it be some 10 foot or 20 foot or some centimeters or inches, not large distance, not kilometers of distance. So, how can we measure the distance without proper measuring the path or proper without using any proper instrument? If we just only know the location of the two place or 2 point, we can directly measure the distance by using some formulas. Okay, but normally how we just calculate the distance between 2 points without measuring? If you tell someone to just find the distance between two proper locations, how he will use? Normally, I just use my smartphone. I just take out my smartphone and open one app, that is Google Map. I use Google Map to find the distance between 2 points normally. Okay, because what I do, I just put my current location and just put one destination. Here it is written Starbucks. Okay, and on the top part, I will give the current location. And just when I search or enter these values, I will get the distance between that 2 points. That is, here it is given that 21 kilometer is the distance between the location and the final destination, that is the Starbucks. Okay, so how this Google Map is working? What's the algorithm or formula is working behind it? What is the mathematical calculation? We'll just know about it. So we all know that Google Maps show the distance, and there is no any physical measurement required to calculate the distance between any 2 points in a Google Map. Okay, so how this is working? Suppose there are 2 points, point A and point B. There are 2 points, point A and B. How Google Map is able to find the distance between these 2 points? Now let us calculate the distance between 2 points on a coordinate plane, because this chapter is totally related to the coordinate plane. Okay, I have already discussed on the previous videos that what is coordinate plane, what is coordinate geometry. Okay, what are the basic introduction. Okay, you can check there. So let us take 2 points, point A and point B. These are the two locations on a Google Map. And what we know, we already know that Google Map uses latitude and longitude to plot one location on the plane. Okay, it will represent as x comma y coordinates. Okay, so we need to calculate these two distance A and B. Okay, so we will just put it on a coordinate axis or coordinate plane. The xy plane is known as the coordinate plane. It is a two-dimensional plane. Okay, so let us put this 2 point on a coordinate plane, and we will just find we will just derive the formula how to find the distance between A and B. Okay, so let us a little bit zoom this picture, because we can't directly derive here. Okay, and this is the point A and point B. Okay, and the x1 y1 is the point of point A, and x2 y2 is the point of your point B. Let it be location A and location B. Okay, we'll just represent this location as x1 y1 and this point b as x2 y2. Okay, and what we will do to derive the formula of the distance, we will just make one right angle triangle. What we will do, we will just make one right angle triangle. Okay, after that we will just give a name or point out a name, that is C, on the third side of the right angle triangle. Okay, so what we see here now, this is right angle triangle. We need to calculate the distance between AB. So if anyhow we are able to find the distance CB and AC, if we are able to find the length of AB and AC, then by putting directly in the Pythagoras theorem, we can easily calculate the distance between AB. Yes or no? So in this figure, what we are what we have already given the data, that is we know the distance from this point to this x2 point. The whole length is how much? Y2. Okay, the whole length is y2, this length is y2, and from x2 to c the length is y1. So what will be bc? Now the difference between the y2 and y1, this total is y2 and from c to x2 is y1. We will just subtract it and then we will get bc as y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1. So the distance between BC is y2 minus y1. Similarly, we will find the distance between AC. It will x2 minus x1, because from this point to this point it is x2 and from this origin to x1 it is x1. So by subtracting it we will get the distance between BC and AC. So what we get here, now we got that the distance between AC and AB. Now if we put these two value in directly the Pythagoras theorem, we will just find the distance between AB. Yes or no? So what we get? We get one. We have one right angle triangle where we already know the length of the two side, and we need to find the length of the hypotenuse, that is AB. And that is the our result. No, we need to find the result of the distance between AB. We need to find AB. Okay. So we use Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Now it states that the square of the length of the hypotenuse, the square of the length of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the length of the other two sides. That means AB square is equal to BC square plus AC square. Okay, AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. Same thing. Okay. So what we will do here, we will just put the value of AC and BC. Okay, we'll just put the value of AC and BC and calculate the answer. Okay, so here in this part we have AB square. Okay, and this AB square converted to root. Okay, and now we will just put the value of AC and BC in this equation. So what we will get now, D, let the distance between AB is D. So we will get D is equal to root over of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Okay, and this is the formula of finding the distance between any two points in a coordinate plane or in a 2D plane. Okay, and this will make our problem very much easy to find the distance between any two points. If the coordinate are given, then only we are able to find the distance. Okay, it is a very easy thing. Now we will just solve one example after it, and we will definitely understand how it is working. Okay, but D is the distance between A and B. Okay, so let there be we will take one example. A boy starts from point A and reaches point B. Find the distance traveled. Let there are 2 points A and B. We have already given the coordinate, that 2, 1 and 2, 7. Let 2, 1 be x1, y1 and 2, 7 be x2, y2. Okay, we will just put the value of x1, y1 and x2, y2 in this equation which we have just now derived it. Okay, so D will be the root over of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Just put the value of this x1 and x2 on the given formula. Okay, so what do we get? We get AB equal to 2 minus 2 square plus 7 minus 1 square. Why? Now value of x2 is 2. Value of x2 is 2, and the value of x1 is also 2. The value of y2 is 7 and y1 is also 1. Okay, so after solving it, what we get? Now we will get root over of 0 square plus 6 square. Then it will be root 36. And what is the root 36? What is the value of root 36? Now it is 6. Okay, always try to mention the unit. If in question there is given 2 meter, 1 meter, 2 centimeter, 7 centimeter, just use the centimeter. If nothing is given, then just put the term unit. Okay. Therefore, the distance traveled by the boy is 6 units. So I think the topic which we just discussed now is totally clear, and it is also a very important topic. Okay. Thank you.